Hello and welcome once again to Akose's vlog. If you're new here, kindly subscribe to my channel and don't forget to hit the notification bell when you're done. Today I'm so excited to share this simple and yet delicious recipe with you as we are in the festive season. This is so delicious and easy to make, and trust me, you would love it with the whole family. If you want a business idea too, this right here is also good for you. So join me as I take you through the process today. So first of all, we have our sugar with our eggs, baking powder, my evaporated milk, flour. I have salt to taste, my butter, my nutmeg powder, my vanilla essence. You can use any essence of your choice, banana or pineapple if that's what you want, and our oil for deep frying. So in a bowl, I'm going to sift 3 cups of my all-purpose flour. I'm doing this because I do not want any lumps in my flour. When you're done sifting the flour, it's time to add your sugar, and I'm adding half cup of sugar, a teaspoon of salt, a teaspoon of baking powder, and a teaspoon of nutmeg. I'm going to mix this together till it's well mixed. Set it aside when you're done. So when you're done, it's time to mix the wet ingredients. So in another bowl, I'm breaking 2 eggs into it. After, I'm going to add a teaspoon of our vanilla essence to it. Feel free to use any essence or extract of your choice. And also remember that everything must be at room temperature. Whisk it together till it's well mixed, and then you set it aside. Now we come back to our flour, and then we are adding our butter to it. The butter should also be at room temperature so that the mixing will be very much easier. So you rub it in your palms like you see here, and then make sure that it's well mixed and well incorporated. So this is the consistency that we want. So it's time to add the wet ingredients into it. So create a tiny hole in the middle of it. First, you pour your milk. I'm using evaporated milk for this one. After, I'm going to add the egg and the vanilla essence mixture. Also add your water. At this stage, just a little bit of water to combine everything together. Now I forgot to add the water on camera, but then you add just a little to this one, and then you start kneading your flour for about 10 minutes. When you're done, you just cover it and allow it to sit for an extra 15 minutes so that the ingredients would distribute fairly and perfectly. Now after the 15 minutes, this is how it looks like, and then it's time to start with the rolling process. So be generous with your flour, and then just put some on the working surface. You put your butter onto it, and then you start kneading for about 5 extra minutes. If it's too big for you, you can just divide it into smaller sizes that you can go for, and then you're good to go. You can also omit the kneading process at this stage, but then I prefer to do this to activate the gluten. This way it becomes more crunchy, as we call in Kumasi pedie. Yes, so I do it for an extra 5 minutes, and then I divide it into the sizes I can roll at a time. So before you start rolling your dough, in a heated pan, just pour your oil into it. Remember, we are going to deep fry it, so the oil should be a little bit more, and then you dust your working surface with a little bit of flour again too, and then you are good to go. So you do same to your rolling pin by applying just a little bit of your flour onto it, so that when you start rolling it doesn't stick onto the dough. So if you want your Achomon to be a little bit big, please make sure to roll it a little bit thick. But then if you want it to be very crunchy, make sure to roll it a little bit thinner too. So I'll show you the thickness that you'll be going for this recipe. And also note that once you add it to the oil, it will swell up a little bit. So make sure to roll it a little bit thin so that you get the right texture or the right sizes. So you can use your pizza cutter like you see here, or you can even use your knife to cut it if that's what you have. So like I told you, this is how I'm going for and the thickness that I'll be going for. So I'm going to use both the pizza cutter and then my knife to cut my dough into the sizes that I prefer. After you just take one or two lines and then you start cutting it. You only separate it after you are done, and then you start with the frying. So you continue to do this to the rest of the dough till you are done. Now you can bake this one or you can deep fry it like we are going to do today. The next time we would bake it. So the oil is ready at this stage, so I'm going to start pouring my cut Achomon into it. Now we are going to fry this on medium heat. When it starts floating on top, it means that the oil is ready. So you start stirring it right away so that it doesn't burn. We do not also want to add the Achomon whilst the oil is not heated, because it's going to soak up the oil, and trust me, you won't like the result. So always make sure to just drop one inside. When it floats on top of it, it means it's ready, and then you can add the other ones to your oil. Now at this stage, don't leave it, because we want to continue stirring to distribute the heat evenly. So look at it. It was too small, but then it has doubled in size. So we are going to fry this for about 7 minutes. And then you take it out and then fry till all the others are in the oil. Now make sure to add more oil when you are doing this for a business, but then I am just eating it at home this festive season, so I decided to use just a little bit of oil for my frying. Our chin or Achomon is ready at this stage, so we are going to take it out into a strainer. Please don't make the Achomon brown more in the oil at this stage, because when you take it out, it's going to continue the cooking process till it cools down. And we don't want to over brown or overcook or over fry our chin or Achomon. You can enjoy this as a snack at any time of the day with your ice cream or any drink of your choice. Thank you, lovely people, for watching my channel. Don't forget to like, share me out, comment on any of my videos for more recipes. And also, if you use any of my recipes, make sure to comment on how it went when you made it. Bye-bye.